Thinking about buying land in 2025? Before you write that check, there are three big things you absolutely need to understand: wells, septic systems, and zoning. These are three issues where most land deals fall apart, or worse, where buyers make costly mistakes they don't see coming. I'm Meagan, your easy home girl, and I help people just like you buy, sell, invest, and relocate here in Tucson, Vail, and across southern Arizona. Today, I'm going to walk you through what you must know before buying land in our desert market so you can make a smart, confident move. Buying land in southern Arizona is not the same as buying a house in a subdivision. Our desert climate, groundwater laws, and county zoning rules all play a major role in whether a parcel is buildable or practical. That's why due diligence is everything. You can't just fall in love with the view. You need to know what's under the ground, how waste will be handled, and what the zoning will actually allow. Let's break down each one: wells, septic, and zoning. First, let's talk about water. In Tucson and Pima County, many land parcels are not tied to city water. That means you'll either need an existing well, shared well rights, or the ability to drill a new well yourself. If the property already has a well, you'll want to get a professional inspection to check the depth, the flow rate, and water quality. Older wells may have declining output or equipment that may need some upgrading. Shared wells are very common. These are agreements where multiple properties use the same well. If you're buying into a shared system, review the agreement carefully. Make sure it's recorded, check how maintenance costs are divided up, and confirm everyone has legal rights to the water. If you need to drill, costs can vary widely. In some parts of Tucson, wells may only need to go a couple hundred feet. In others, you may be drilling 500 feet or more. That difference can mean tens of thousands of dollars. The bottom line: water is life in the desert. Don't buy land without understanding exactly where your water is going to come from. Next up is septic. If you're not on city water, your property will need a septic system. In Pima County, that means a percolation test to determine if the soil can absorb wastewater. There are two main types: conventional septic systems and alternative systems. Conventional systems are more affordable, but they require soil that drains well. If your land has clay or rocky soil, you may need an alternative system, which can be more expensive. When buying land, always check whether a perc test has already been done. If not, budget for one before you close. And if there's an existing septic tank, get it inspected and pumped. Old systems can fail, and replacing them is a big ticket repair. Another thing to know is that Pima County requires permits for all septic installations, and inspections are mandatory when property transfers. That means if you're buying land with an old system, you must pass an inspection or be brought up to current standards before closing. And finally, let's talk zoning. Zoning determines what you can legally do with the land. In Tucson and Pima County, zoning categories include residential, rural residential, commercial, and agriculture. Within each category are restrictions on how many homes can be built, what kind of structures are allowed, and how the land can be used. For example, some rural residential parcels allow livestock and horses. Others don't. Some allow manufactured homes, while others require site-built only. If you're planning to subdivide land, zoning will determine the minimum lot sizes. A property zone for one home per acre is very different from one that allows one home per 5 acres. Always verify zoning with the county planning department. Don't assume that just because a neighbor has horses or a guest house that you can do the same thing. Zoning rules also affect utilities. For instance, some lots may have restrictions that limit where you can place a septic system, a well, or even an RV hookup. The key takeaway is that zoning impacts everything from how you live to how you resell, Make sure your plans fit within the zoning rules before you buy. Here are the most common mistakes I see buyers make when purchasing land in Tucson. One is that buying land without confirming legal access. Always check for recorded easements. 2 is assuming water is available without verifying the well situation. 3 is skipping the perc test and septic inspections and being surprised later. And 4 is misunderstanding zoning and finding out after closing that their dream project just isn't allowed. These mistakes can cost thousands of dollars and years of frustration. But the good news is that with the right due diligence, they're completely avoidable. And this is exactly why working with an agent who understands land is so important. I help people just like you ask the right questions, connect with inspectors, and navigate county regulations. Also, I know the neighborhoods and areas where land is most valuable for building, equestrian, or investment. So whether you're buying your first parcel or looking for a larger ranch, I'll guide you through every step so you know exactly what you're getting into. So if you're thinking about buying land in Tucson in 2025, remember, wells, septic, and zoning are the 3 big keys. Get those right and you'll set yourself up for success. If you'd like my free land buyer checklist, text me at 520-980-9880. It covers wells, septics, zoning, easements, and the top questions to ask before making an offer. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might be thinking about buying land. I'm Meg Estes, your AZ Homegirl, and I will see you in the next one.